events change and we learn with time. So Gary Lineker is again in trouble with the Conservative Party and probably with the BBC for responding to the resignation announcement of Richard Sharp. So he said, let's get into Lee Anderson first. Lee Anderson is he's the fellow in charge of the Conservative Party at the moment. And have you seen the size of his expense account? Have you seen the size of his expense account? We'll get to that maybe tomorrow morning, because I just don't think I can bear the misery of dealing with that rubbish tonight. But Gary Lineker is told effectively to shut up, and he's compared with Alistair Campbell. Of course, they're friends. Gary Lineker funds the rest is politics, and Gary Lineker. Gary Lineker has said that the BBC should not have its chairman chosen by the government. And Mr. Anderson points out that 22 years ago, Alistair Campbell did precisely that. One rule for his mates and another for everyone else. No, actually, we learn from past experiences. So we learn from a knowledge that the BBC chairman should not be selected by the government of the day. Not now, not ever. In 2001, Tony Blair appointed one of his friends as BBC chairman, Gavyn Davies, a former Labour Party member who had close links with the then government. His wife, Sue Nye, actually ran Gordon Brown's office. Mr. Blair appointed the former Labour donor Greg Dyke as its Director General. And okay, so that was that was cronyism back then, and it shouldn't occur. And the fact that we now recognise it shouldn't occur doesn't mean that it shouldn't have occurred in the past. Of course, it shouldn't have occurred in the past. And the fact that Lineker is pointing this out, as far as I know, Lineker is not a paid-up member to the Labour Party. And it's the fact that he's friends with people across the board, the fact that he's friends with people like Alistair Campbell, is neither here nor there. It's a great thing that people have got friendships that run between this sort of political party alliance. But Lineker is right. The system fouls up with political appointments. And Mr. Sharp has been unable to do his job because of his political affiliations and because of the mire into which he is plunged because of those political affiliations. It's just wrong, and Gary Lineker, once again, is absolutely right.